Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aqil Zulkhairi. I'm going to introduce about chapter for type of motion. So basically, the form of motion is non-human movement is the forming of general motion, and that is complex combination between linear and angular motion components. Okay, so basically the linear motion is the translatory motion or translation. So linear motion is have a two type, that is rectilinear and also curvilinear. So for the rectilinear is the straight line, and so the curvilinear is the curved line. So that is a difference between both of them. So it explain how the movement between A point to B point. So there is difference between uh, what is rectilinear and also the curvilinear. Okay, for example, for the rectilinear is when the a sprinter 100 meter is moving from a starting line to the finish line. So that is called a rectilinear because of the straight line. So for the curvilinear example, we give for motocross sport. That is the movement is like this, but it is the transition between A position to the B point. Okay, for the angular motion, there is a rotation of the axis in a line. So it is perpendicular to the plane, which is a rotation occur. So in the straight line, there is a rotation along the axis. Okay, next I want to explain about the projectile. So projectile is happen when the object is on the air. So the resistance that occur to the object is just gravity and also the air resistance. Okay, for example, like a basketball throwing. So when the ball going up, so the ball on the air, so no existed mechanism that apply to the ball. So the only that affect the movement of the ball is just a gravity and also the air resistance. So there's a difference between the horizontal motion and also the vertical motion. So for example, for horizontal motion, there is like a short path and also the discus thrower. This is because the motion of the object that uh, going to the front like this. It is a horizontal movement. So for the vertical movement that occur when the movement is getting in the straight line, like a skydiver, uh, we can uh, we can observe that the movement of the skydiver is like this and like this, in upward and downward. Okay, for the vertical component, we can conclude that the effect of the affection of the vertical component is just for gravity. It not disrupted by the what we call it air resistance. So air resistance only occur and disrupted when the horizontal component motion relates to the distance the projectile travels. So the air resistance will affect the horizontal component because of the for the wind resistance is like a tailwind and headwind. So basically for the tailwind is like the wind that occur to push you forward, but the headwind will distract your movement, so your movement will be slower. Okay, so I want to explain about the gravity. So basically gravity is influenced when the motion of for the vertical components, which is when upwards and downwards. So basically the gravity is constant. The reading is for 9.81 meter per second. So the acceleration remains constant regardless of the shape and the weight of the projectile. So the unchanging force that produces a constant downwards vertical accelerations. Okay. The basically the gravity for the whole all the place is the same 9.81 meter per second. So when the projectile move upwards, so they will reach the apex level, which is the velocity is 0. So the level that occur when the object are not have any velocity. So the gravity is the will play the role that will attract the object downwards because of the pressure that is 9.81 meter per second. So the the projectile will affect of the position of the object. Okay, for the influence of air resistance only occur when the have horizontal component, which is the transition and motion from the point A and point B. So the horizontal movement is like this. So the object will projected on a vacuum with no air resistance. So when there is no air resistance, the motion will be constant, will be a constant velocity. It doesn't affected by the air resistance. So there's three type of air resistance, that is tailwind, headwind, and also the side winds. So basically in golf sport, that will playing a big role in encountering the air resistance in order to achieve the target. So in order to influencing the projectile trajectory, there have three factors. There is the angle of projection, the projection speed, and also the relative height of projection. So what is that influencing the motion of the object is the speed. Okay, we can conclude that the more speed we can produce, then the more further the object can go. So the next factor that influence the projectile is the projection of high. So basically the projection of high is depending on the spot or the activity that will happen. So basically there's no fix or any or the fixed angle or any fix the height to achieve the target. So that is depends on the objective of the motion. So that is from me today. I hope you enjoy my video and understand what I am explaining. So thank you for watching me and see you soon.